Aries, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Chandler, and this is your intuitive energy reading for this week, Aries. How are you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I do post weekly for you guys. This is Fire Sign Tuesday. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to pay a bit of gratitude back to my channel and continue to see these readings, please hit the like button. That helps me tremendously. Don't forget to comment and share your feelings. I'd love to know how this resonates with my Aries fam. I do love doing your guys' readings. I honestly kind of missed you this week. I felt like a bit of nostalgia. Okay, whenever I thought of Fire Sign Tuesday readings, you guys, I think, are going through quite a big transformation. Am I right? All of this retrograde energy and then well into August being a fire sign month, it's like you guys should be feeling pretty prepped and primed, pretty good. You do feel good. Your energy feels good. Moving forward, feeling really confident, okay? I'm hearing slight error, okay? So maybe there is a slight error in your week, maybe a slight surprise in your week. We're gonna unpack that a little bit. This is, of course, a general reading, though, and so it won't resonate with everyone. OM freaking G. My Valley Girl is coming out right now. Crown Chakra, number 7. Everyone has gotten this card, you guys. So just as I was talking about your energy, it just feels like within this week, there's going to be such a spiritual context to it. Okay, regardless of whether you're actively spiritual or what your beliefs are, this channel here is truly non-denominational. We talk energy here, okay, you guys, as you know, if you're a returning subscriber. Energy is fluid, so regardless of whether you're masculine or feminine, we have both within us. We have that in relationships. There's a dynamic of so above and so below, and that's what energy is, right? You guys know this. But when it comes to relationships and spirituality, I think it fully encompasses all sorts of things, okay? So this is a larger umbrella, right, that we're talking about this topic. And that's kind of what this crown chakra energy is showing me. That instead of looking at the details this week, there's going to be an umbrella sort of, I'm also hearing ritual, so umbrella, routine, or establishing some sort of balance within your masculine and feminine, because as we have a 7, it's very spiritual. It's a spiritual lesson or a test. Okay, so we're looking at needing balance and needing space, maybe some quiet time, and we also have magic on the bottom of the deck. So as I heard ritual, and maybe slight error has to do with the context of this ritual or the plan behind it, okay, or the means in which it's carried out. But I think for the majority of you, now that's very specific stuff. For the majority of you, we could actually just be looking at trying to manifest something and really going for it. But then if things are out of balance within you, it can really affect how the outcome turns out. Romantic love. Okay, 39, breaking down to a 3. So talking about spirit involved in a relationship. Now, you guys know on my page, I sometimes get relationship messages. I myself am a Libra, and so, I can't ever get enough love. I love love. So romantic love is definitely a feeling, right? It's not about the logistics, right? It's not about necessarily titles even. It is a feeling, okay, when you come together with someone and it just happens so naturally. When, the scene is set and the aroma is right and you feel good that day and this person just talks to you the way you want to be talked to and they seem to just get you and the conversation is flowing. And of course, as I'm a Libra, I slightly obsess about details, okay? But in your case, I think it's the opposite. I think it's actually much less about the scene. It's much less about the aroma. It's much less even about the conversation. This is an energy that doesn't need conversation. You might not even be talking to this person, but you're feeling this way, and it's very, very nice. Okay, I just have to say it's very nice. So spiritual lessons associated with relationships and a strong emphasis on how they're going to feel in context to maybe what you see, how it should be, and even deeper, I think, on a level of what you know you need or what you're desiring, okay, within it. Not necessarily about demands, but by having the appropriate value placed upon the dynamics, right? Where are your values? What kind of things are coming up spiritually for you? The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So some of you could be getting a very strong lesson around love as you may be put through a bit of shadow in order to learn this lesson. Okay, that's typically the crown chakra speaking to your soul. Your soul may know something that is propelling you forward right now. And it could be a very independent sort of energy outside of this relationship where you know you may need to work on some things. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through our experience and reflection of a conscious lover. So you are deeply desiring this conscious connection. But I feel a sense that you could need to do some spiritual work within you first. I see this flower on the romantic love, and magic is also very much looking like a flower here. And yet again, it's on the bottom of the deck. So I think that what we're talking about is firstly opening up your mind to new possibilities, allowing spirit to guide you, and having faith and trust in that. Not necessarily in this person, but maybe just in that. And then we have romantic love and magic, meaning anything is possible, okay, if you believe and if you're open to receive. So that's a very clear message for you guys. Somebody here, okay, really needs to hear that. Now, this can also be a big lesson, right? I am not trying to overshadow the context of the crown chakra, because it typically means that this lesson will be fulfilled, whether you like it or not. You know, crown chakra is, another 7. Okay, so spiritual context here. The universe is trying to celebrate your glory. The universe is trying to celebrate your worth and shower you with abundance. One thing that I think is really necessary for you this week, and for the feminine specifically, is to just be open. Be open, trusting, and sort of in a healthy place within yourself, knowing that you are celebrated. And if you say anything this week, Aries, affirm, I am celebrated. People fucking love me. I am amazing. Do you know how long it took me and my soul to get here now? You know, there's something to celebrate just in that. Just in that. If you can't be thankful and can't celebrate anything else, celebrate you and who you are. This woman is feeling herself, and she's in like a sweat jacket, and her hair is messy, and there's really no cause for celebration other than she's just her. Okay, so affirm that, you guys, and I promise the universe has your back here. The universe has your back. All right, so let's look at the masculine energy. Of course, as I said, you guys are going to have a firmer focus on that this week. As we look at the divine feminine being, I am celebrated, number 7. Very spiritually connected. You guys will know. You guys will know spirit when it's talking to you, okay? You'll be able to hear it. If this is involving a relationship, you could consider this as your masculine's goals or ambitions, okay? Goals or ambitions for the masculine, please, this week. I'm hearing some of you like, please, 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 please. Please, universe, tell me what they're doing. Wisdom is knowing who to be and what to do in a given situation. Virtue is acting on that wisdom. What? So the masculine is listening to the divine feminine. The masculine has recognized the divine feminine and her power through her wisdom. It is very powerful when you tap in and truly integrate, okay, all shadowy aspects or all dynamics that really need to be healed in effort to access the deeper divine wisdoms, okay, or inherent knowings within the feminine energy. And I think the masculine is maybe deeply diving this week, because look at this. Wisdom and knowing, firstly, are very feminine energies, and virtue is not solely feminine, but virtue has to happen in order to have balance in any given situation, and that's the truth. So they're really looking at themselves as a reflection of what is within them, okay, or their lives as a reflection of what is within them. And they're using their wisdom, okay? They're learning. And you know, one thing I will say about the masculines that's coming through very strongly is that they are being assisted here in their knowing, because knowledge is one thing, wisdom is another. Now, if you follow your knowledge, you'll get success. You'll be great. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. But when you follow your wisdom, you gain enlightenment, okay? And wisdom can only be accrued over time. Wisdom takes a long time. Let's face it. Nobody's born with wisdom. Not you, not them, nobody. It depends on how much we work at it, how reflective we are in our journey. And just so you know, that's where the masculine is right now, okay? So let's go into the tarot. Please show me what I need to see for Aries. Please show me what I need to see for Aries. So that slight error is coming back now. We're going to see through the tarot if there is a hiccup within the week. If there's something that you should know, you guys, masculines or feminines, who's ever watching, cross watchers, feel free to switch up or reverse the roles if necessary, so that you can gain perspective as it suits your situation, right? All right. Slight error. I don't know why they're, okay, someone's showing me maybe someone moving. It's weird. I'm seeing an apartment. And they don't usually do this. They don't usually go in depth. Hold on just a sec, you guys. There's a communication error. Maybe it's an error of timing. Someone's moving. Someone's moving. Someone's planning. But there's a communication error. Either that or it's a timing error, timing thing. Five of Wands. Okay, this shows me that they are potentially trying to move away from competition, from people who really don't serve them. These are people who are just plain nasty. They're just nasty. You know, I've dealt with a few people like this in my life recently, and it is truly like so draining. It's just like they don't want you to be happy. You know, these kids could be playing together and having lots of innocent fun, but this is not innocent, is it? It's really nasty. It's really undermining. It lacks potential for true growth. You know, if this person wants to gain wisdom, you think you're going to gain it here? No. Page of Coins and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so not only is this person moving, but they're actually planning. Okay, they're planning their move. This five firstly shows me that there's some change. Now this could be in your area, okay, your own living situation. Maybe there's a work environment. Maybe it's a relationship that has people surrounding you. Okay, it doesn't feel intimate. It doesn't feel sacred. It doesn't feel fun. Okay, and so what I think is honestly holding you back is just simply getting away from the drama. You're wanting to devote a little bit more of your time, or this person is, to the things that will pay off. This is a page of coins that is young, maybe immature and inexperienced in this area of life, but they're putting more thought and effort into this. They're realizing that they've got to start somewhere. They're doing some research. They're looking into things. They're wanting to acquire knowledge, right? Wisdom is knowing who to be and what to do in any given situation. Okay, this is what this person is currently considering. Now, I would not say doing, because they're not doing anything yet. Okay, so where you guys are concerned, you may be waiting on this person. You may be waiting, to have some form of commitment from this person, because the Knight of Wands is very in and out. They are player. They may swing a lot. They may swing in their integrity, like really hard, right? And so that's where I think you come in, whether you are the feminine or masculine in this reading, as knowing that you two are reflections of each other. And so if you want this person to have more commitment or to have more integrity, you are going to have to reflect that first by healing yourself. That's how it works, ladies and gents. So when we see the Page of Coins and the Knight of Wands, it does look like there could have been something in your past, or something that's very recent. Okay, I think you already know what this sort of competition or ugliness is, and I think you already know that you don't want anything to do with it, and you may be very aware that your partner doesn't want anything to do with it either, not truly. So, the Page of Coins, again, is devoting some time and effort here, but, this is an effort to change their ways, because the Knight of Wands is in reverse, and I feel like this is in the past. This is the past, and they don't want you to see them like this anymore. They want to change, and they want to change in truth, right? They want to devote themselves to something higher, which is, firstly, trying to work on themselves and their situation, right? This Page of Coins is also, making wise investments to the future that may affect your living situation, your direct relationships, the things that you spend your time and energy doing. They could have, an extra emphasis on health right now. They could be, cutting out negative habits like drinking alcohol or seeing multiple people. I don't want to say that that's so, but this is what the universe is trying to tell them, okay? And remember, with this crown chakra energy, the universe gets through. It never doesn't get through. You have to try really, really hard. You have to have a lot of resistance. You have to make your life a living hell not to hear this kind of message. Look at that, Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This person never forgot you. This person truly has always cared for you, and I feel that the reason I have to say that is because there could be, there could be a gap between you guys. There could be this feeling of longing, like, that's why it's a romantic love, because you guys may not be able to actually be physical with each other. This romantic love is about a feeling. It's like, how has it been this long? How has it been, this difficult, and then I can feel still so strongly for this person. The Two of Cups is partnerships. It's lasting love. I'm hearing communion, okay? So it could have some religious context to it, or, there could be an essence of commitment here, right? Because it's a promise, is truly what it is. It's a promise, okay? So, wow, you guys, this is kind of beautiful. Let's take a deeper look. Queen of Wands. That's you, Aries. That's you. All right, let's see what this is. Whoa. Seven of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Strength in Reverse, Three of Coins are... Okay. Yeah, this is what happens. Okay? Sometimes. We get a big dose of some shit that went down. Okay, Aries, so let's talk about it. Because with this Queen of Wands, okay, it did come up in reverse. Now, Aries, I do believe that this is your energy. So what I would just advise you to do is just be very mindful, okay, of the things that you hold on to and for what reasons. if you're looking to heal or be better or improve yourself, there are certain aspects that may look in the moment like they're being improved or that they're benefiting you, or like, ha, I win kind of style. And I think that there's a true fear in you of being rejected. That's kind of what I'm feeling. A true fear in you of just feeling rejected, that you are being prompted to heal. Okay? And maybe that's the energy. Maybe that's the work that you need to do, you know, without a promise of this relationship really working out, because this person is changing their virtue. Whoever this is in your life, it's the masculine energy that you're concerning yourself with in this reading, regardless of whether you guys are twin flames, regardless of whether you're just in a relationship. It doesn't really matter, right? Your situation is coming through as to say the person you're involved with is working on their wisdom and their knowing of a situation, giving it virtue and acting on their highest, in their highest form. Now, the Queen of Wands coming up in reverse means that you may not like this change, right? You may not like this change in this person because it may not involve you, right? Or it may not make you feel so warm and fuzzy. But I think this also could be a third-party situation where if this isn't you, you know, the Queen of Wands in reverse typically does show that there has been some infidelity. You know, this is a temptress, or this is someone who, you know, will use the facade to sort of gain an advantage, you know, over others, you know, by powers of persuasion or just by simple manipulation. It can get very nasty. It can get very nasty with this Queen of Wands. So, not to confuse you, Aries, I do feel that this is sort of a shadow aspect that you're going through, and it's a very spiritual one. It's a very spiritual one because you're having to face yourself. You're having to face your actions. You're having to face the consequences potentially, okay? So this Seven of Wands is you defending yourself. It's you defending yourself, or it's someone saying thou shalt not pass, okay? This is a very Leo energy. And it can also be Sagittarius as well, okay? So what we see here is this energy that has defeated something to an extent, right? It could be that, you know, you had to act very bravely, that you had to assert yourself in some way, that you felt like you had to go to battle against the people who were trying to change things, or that weren't changing things, and you really had to assert yourself in a certain way to get noticed. But what I'm feeling from this Seven of Wands is actually that you're feeling tired. Like you have run yourself down about this. This is taking you out of your peace. The 10 of the major arcana and the wheel and strength come up. So the wheel is a 10 and strength is an 8, which means that this is potentially a karmic situation. You know, I'm not actually feeling a lot of twin flame vibes from this. I'm not feeling a lot of sacred union, though there's a very spiritual lesson. I'm feeling that this involves karmic people. Karmic people who are set in stone or set in place to help assist in the real spiritual lesson, right? And that's it. That's it. So when we see the people involved, they are karmic, and they are reflections of you, regardless of how simple their involvement may be. The wheel and strength come up both in reverse, and so what I feel like is there may have been a blowout, there may have been a recognizing of a third-party situation, and I'm hearing to no prevail, and so this, I think, is what exactly has ended their relationship. And I don't feel that this is, this has been very recent potentially, okay? It could be long-standing. It could be someone who you have been out of touch with for a long time. But I kind of feel like this is fresh. And you're missing this person. You're really missing this person. This romantic love is like, I really care for this person and I miss them. And, you know, we could go back to just the way things were. But no, you can't, because we have that crown chakra coming up, Like, no, this is a spiritual lesson involved in a karmic relationship, or have karmic ties to it that both of you need to learn from. It's not about being together. It's really not. And that's exactly what I'm feeling about this, because the wheel and strength in reverse is this person takes you out of your peace, helps you accrue karma, or this action that has been taken by the Queen of Wands, whoever this is, has truly sowed some seeds that are going to be really nasty in the future. Okay? We're talking about, something that you definitely don't want to be involved with, Aries. This is making you feel out of balance. You could be feeling very weak. You could be feeling kind of like, I can't face these demons. I don't want to face these demons. Or you could feel under attack by the universe. That's exactly how these things sort of operate within us, is they hit us, they hit our trigger centers, and then we start thinking, oh, the universe is against me. The universe doesn't want me to succeed. What the hell, universe? I've been trying. I've been doing all this stuff. And to no prevail, potentially, right? Apparently, because this does feel unfair. It does feel unfair. And like when the wheel is in reverse, I'm hearing someone's inner dialogue like, it was a mistake. I wish I could go back and fix it. Or, I wish I didn't do this, right? It's a mistake, essentially. All right. And it really puts you in a bad position, because it was truly something that, maybe this is that slight error. Maybe that is this slight error where someone wasn't thinking about the relationship, or someone wasn't thinking about, the consequences. Oh. But the good thing with the wheel is that this wheel is turning, but it's turning very slowly. This is going to be a process of healing, because where you are right now in this is still very much in it. You're still very much in it, Aries. And I have to be honest with what I see. And this person, though they are dedicating some time and energy to the books and their thoughts, taking some time for isolation, meditation, or spiritual work, they could also, be investing in making a move or making some significant changes to just bring in more prosperity long term, pretty much. Like I see them trying here. They still have something. They still have something behind them. It's something behind them that they're really trying to move away from. And I think that they will, or I think that they're going to be a better person, truly, right? In other words, but that these two dynamics of what's going on within you and within them don't mesh. Like they're not meshing. It may be very physical. It may be very physical because we have all fire coming out now. Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, Strength, and the 10 of the Major Arcana. Okay, so this is a completion. This is a cycle that needs to end, because you can't go back and redo it because you haven't learned anything, or it'll take you back to the same place if you let these inner wounds continue to play out. Okay, so this is the spiritual lesson here. That it's okay to be weak, it's okay to feel bad, but it's not okay to repeat the same mistake when you know there's something here to learn from it. Maybe with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this spiritual lesson has a lot more to do with self-worth. Because as this is a number 7 as well, this is sort of a spiritual context coming through that you are in this situation in the first place because something within you is out of balance. And come on, I mean, I am not a judgmental person. I am not. I'm freaking very open-minded when it comes to this stuff. But I think I can see very clearly when there's an imbalance. And we all struggle with them. So don't feel like I'm judging you, Aries, or making this a tougher reading than it needs to be. I just see a very simple spiritual lesson that your relationships may be out of balance because you may be out of balance. Okay, this person, whatever has happened or whatever is going on right now, is triggering you. And instead of hurting them, getting back at them, getting even, or prolonging the suffering for both of you, there's in essence here a spiritual context that really needs to be taken seriously. And in essence, you need to look at your hurts. If that person's hurting you, you have to ask yourself why. God, and I know that's just so difficult. I'm hearing some of your inner dialogues like, I just want to rip him a new one. I do not need to look at myself. This is all him. Well, if that's the case, you have a very long healing journey, Aries. I'm just saying, that's not high vibrational, and not to be that spiritual person that points the vibrational energy finger. But you've got to think more open-minded. You've got to think more infinite, more limitless. You've got to use your wisdom, because you know that in time, the universe always will give you what you deserve. The universe always will make things right for you. That the universe is not against you, but that it's asking you to act with integrity and virtue in this situation. Though your ego, or though a part of you, your shadow, may want to retaliate and may want to go back into the same rut again and again until you decide to heal this. Remember, the process of wisdom depends on your resistance to it. Okay? So really keep that in mind. That's a divine feminine principle. So 3 of Coins, Justice, and Temperance in reverse. So we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, and Sagittarius. So the reason that I think that this person is moving, the reason that I think this person is wanting to devote more time and energy to their future is because they're realizing that there's been an injustice or an imbalance. Whenever we see Libra, we have to assume that these are the scales. Okay, if we're to look at Libra in a metaphorical sense, it's not a person, it's a scale. And so sometimes it can feel devoid of emotion. Sometimes it can feel like those, deeper feelings are so deep, and what's on the surface is about getting even, judgment, justice, balance, harmony, tranquility even, okay? And really weighing out the options, making decisions that are in alignment. So when we see it in reverse, we have to assume that this person feels like there has been a great time or effort that has been lost to this cause, or being in the same place, not having movement. And they're wanting to make things more balanced, they're wanting to make things more harmonious, and they're also with Temperance, maybe fighting some overindulgent feelings. They could actually be, trying to get out of a situation because it really doesn't foster the better side of them, right? It really doesn't foster the benefit, the better side of them. Now, Temperance is a Sagittarius energy, but I think also that, you and this person, just as we were going over romantic love, this person is conscious of themselves. And so it appears to be that you guys share a really deep connection, and you could care a lot for each other. And you could actually miss this person. I'm getting a lot of nostalgic energy from that. Remember when I said it feels nostalgic, like you're remembering someone. But ultimately, I think if you look at this in a spiritual context, you can see how you truly helped each other. You truly helped each other grow, and to realize very necessary things. And so there shouldn't be any room for resentment. There should only be healings of gratitude and thankfulness, because the universe is proud of you for what you've taught this person, and the universe is really proud of this other person too. But that both of these sevens represent time for growth, time for real growth. Okay, romantic love is very nice, and you can indulge in the feeling, and the feeling feels good. But romantic love, like I said, with, non-commitment or even, labels, is not conditioned. You can feel this way for this person and not be with them, though it may be very hard. But this person, as I see it, has a lot to work out. The 3 of Coins in reverse is talking about, a long time already having been passed or gone. and that this imbalancement continues to go on because they're either wanting to have their cake and eat it too, they're avoiding their own healing journey, they're overindulging, and it's this cycle. It's this cycle that keeps them from success. It also keeps them from moving forward in any kind of like foundational, substantial, long-term way. And I think that this is what they're growing to resent more and more, okay? Because though there's a lot of, sort of a very competitive feeling. And I think that this is you, Aries, because I think that what you're trying to do is maybe get this person's attention, draw them back in, fight for their cause. But the universe is saying, absolutely not, Aries, absolutely not. This is not your fight to fight. And I know that this makes so much sense because we're in the Lionsgate portal. We have some very significant lessons to learn within these few days spiritually, as the star of Sirius balances with our solar sun and creates the balance between masculine and feminine, this physical, vibrant life and this ethereal, spiritual light, right? Nourish our bodies. As the masculine and feminine bodies within us become more balanced, so do our relationships. And you've got to be aware enough, Aries, to recognize when something isn't serving your highest benefit and be very strong in that knowing. Because although we want to be very dynamic in this life potentially, and fight for a cause, and that warrior within you is really big and strong during Leo season, I just want you to be conscious that you don't overpower or overdominate your feminine energy as it's trying to speak with you in very subtle, very, very wise, deep ways. Oh, I know that's hard, Aries. You guys have to try more than most signs to listen and integrate your inner wisdom, your divine feminine. Let's see what fairy card Aries needs today. After this, if you guys would like to follow me, we're going to go over to Vimeo and see maybe a more tangible outcome for this relationship, right? We're going to see what you can do, what the universe is really trying to bring you toward. The link is in the description box below, okay, Aries? Okay, so with Temperance in reverse and Balance, this is showing me strong indications of feeling maybe left out in the cold, or that someone had done you wrong, because with Temperance in reverse, this can also imply jealousy, acting reckless, having heated arguments or even altercations in a physical sense. Maybe this person owes you money. Maybe there's some kind of contract involved here that could involve your abundance. There's certain telltale signs of this relationship that I think are steering you here toward this knowing. Okay, knowing that you just can't go back. You just can't go back. Okay? Whoa, beautiful. 28 and 29, look at that. We have Once Was Innocent and Into the Woods. Okay, so this is the divine feminine coming through really strongly. Now, I do feel that if you are in a divine relationship, then this is absolutely you. This is a very strong divine feminine energy. But then if you're not involved in a union like that, then this is very much so where your guides are taking you, okay? You're going to become more divine after this cycle is closed out with whatever relationship or karmic people that you're involved with, okay? The universe really wants you to begin to step into your Empress, to begin to step into your divine feminine, okay, sacred feminine. That is what I mean when I say divine feminine, sacred feminine. One that values themselves correctly, one that is with someone who will value them correctly, right? Putting up healthy boundaries, knowing and owning your darkness. Okay, you guys have seen me here. I'm a cup of sunshine, but I can also burn your throat. And that's what the shadow work is very much like, okay? So, once was innocent says knowledge means change. Wisdom is knowing, knowledge. Wisdom is knowing who to be and what to do in a given situation. Virtue is acting on that wisdom. There is something being known by both of you. And it's going to catapult you into the shadows. It's going to catapult you into your deepest, darkest places of feelings of inadequacy and shadow work that needs to be done. Because this knowledge, whether or not you like it, creates change. There's a 28 here, a 10, okay? But just as we get to the 29, it's an 11, okay? So this is a self-mastery number. Into the woods, stranger in a strange land, new experiences, feeling uncertain, transition zone. This is important, Aries, for whoever I'm connecting with. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be nervous. This is exactly what the universe wants for you. Into the woods wants you to go through this transition. Release the resistance. Release the expectations. Go willingly into the dark about this. Go willingly into your pain. What I have done very recently, and I think that it's because we have all of this spiritual energy going on around us, is journal. Just this morning I was journaling about my fears because I went through a bit of shadow too. It's not like it ever ends, right? And especially the divine feminine. The divine feminine is so deep that it never ends. So embrace that part of you. Know that the work is never done. But that this week specifically is going to really benefit you if you go into those fears. And what I was saying about journaling is that even this morning I wrote down my fears. I said, I am afraid of blah, blah, blah. I am afraid of blah, blah, blah. And I emotionally connected with those things. So that's a really good technique to just show yourself, okay, not out of avoidance, am I going to transition, okay? This is going directly in there and getting those little nuggets that need to be healed. Feeling uncertain, that's okay. You don't have to feel certain. It's kind of fun feeling uncertain, don't you think? It's a little fun. You can make it fun. Though I kind of feel like it's gonna be tough at times, okay? But this is a self-mastery journey that you're going through, Aries. So have patience with yourself as you will reemerge feeling beautiful and powerful in your own divine right. Okay, thank you so much, Aries. I hope you have an amazing week. We're going to go into the clarity on Vimeo. For those of you who follow me over there, the link is in the description box. But for those of you who break off here, I hope you have an amazing week. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.